You know, I've been listening to this stuff. How does a guy from California get into Macon Sports Hall? It's a great honor to be here. I really appreciate it. I thank the Lord that I've been able to use the abilities He's given me, not only to play, but also to make it a part of my job. I mean, how many people get to play tennis for a living? That's great. I'd like to thank my family who's here, my two daughters from Oklahoma, my daughter, granddaughter, and in Statesboro, my daughter, her daughter, husband. So they're come a long ways to be here. As I was thinking about sports, sporting life is interesting because I played a lot, played a lot of stuff, a lot of different places, did a lot of things. But in sports, if you're good at sports, whatever you do, that lasts for a little while, and then it's gone. I know for a fact, there's a few tennis players in this room, they cannot tell me who the champion of the U.S. Open was 3 years ago. They don't know. We forget it. So that's one part of our sports life. But it goes on. Our life goes on. And so besides the playing, you get the glory and all this kind of stuff. But then after that, for me, I got to become a coach. And I got to do something I really love to do. It may not be as glamorous or as famous or whatever you want to call it, as playing, but I think you get a lot more out of it. You get to deal with people for the long term. You teach them. Like me, I've been around so long, now I teach kids whose parents I've taught. That's a pretty good deal. So I think that's a longer term answer there. I was thinking about the awards that I won. What are my favorite awards? You think like winning a national championship or something like this. But there's a couple of things I remember. The first one was a tournament in California. It's called the Lough tournament. It's not a really very big tournament. But it was right outside the town where I lived, and a lot of big players played there. And I won the championship when I was 15, I think. That was one of them. Second biggest thing, I won the Southern California Sportsmanship Award. And that was huge to me. Of all the people in Southern California playing tennis, I won the Southern California Sportsmanship Award. And the next one is the NCAA Sports Hall of Fame. So I am in the South somewhere. If you go to Athens, I'm in the building there by the tennis courts, the Tennis Hall of Fame for NCAA. Teaching you get a lot of rewards from teaching. Like I've taught people in high school, I've taught college kids, I've taught them so they get scholarships. I've taught some of them that got scholarships to major schools. They've won NCAA championships. I've taught a couple of pros. So that part of it is important. But the most important thing to me was to teach the people how to love tennis, how to really get a lot out of the game. And not only to love it, but to keep playing. Not just to play in high school or college, but just to play for the rest of their lives. Because it is a sport that you can do that. One of my biggest rewards, like when I played tennis, I traveled all over the country. And so I got, you got to see things, meet people and stuff. And the biggest reward that I ever got in tennis was my wife. When I traveled around, I played at a tournament in Chattanooga. And I'm from California, she's from Chattanooga. So that's how we got together. So that was the best reward I've had for tennis, was getting a great reward. Those of you that know her, you know that's true. Also, like everybody, we're involved in sports. People have to sacrifice things for us. If you're good at anything, it takes time. People sacrifice. Well, I want to thank my family for sacrificing for the stuff that I got to do, because that's a hard thing to do. I'm blessed at this stage of life to keep on doing it. I'm still teaching, and I love it, and it's a lot of fun. And I really appreciate the chance to be in the Macon Tennis Hall of Fame, coming from California. Thank you very much.